Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
We are now joined by the Longhorns from Texas. Coach is with us, Vic Schaefer, and then Rory Harmon and Joanne Allen Taylor. Coach, your thoughts, quickly. I'm just going to start on you right up front.
I got it. Well, first of all, I just want to compliment Iowa State, Coach Finley, his staff, and that team. That is, I told him, it's no fun playing against them, and just a lot of admiration and respect for that team and how tough they are. And they're just a really tough matchup. But, man, I couldn't be more prouder of our kids today. And really, as I've been most of the year, they have just their toughness today, their resilience, their fight. It's just not real common, y'all. Lots of times in that game you could have folded the 10 or just said it's too hard and can't do it. But these kids just, they don't, that's not any part of their DNA. It's just not who they are. And, we have a thing at Texas we call Texas Fight. And it's not just a slogan or a saying. We really try to embody it. And I think this team, I've been doing it a long time, y'all. I've been in a lot of games, lots of gut wrenchers just like that one. And that one today is right up there. This team showed tremendous grit today. Again, we're no different, y'all. We're still a young, inexperienced, and a very immature team. I mean, we draw up plays in timeouts and go out and run them on the wrong side of the floor. It's just part of it. But we still go out and we try to do it the right way. And the one thing that we don't ever do, and we talked, it was on the board yesterday, it was on the board today, is don't let anybody think that somebody plays harder than the University of Texas. At the end of the day, win or lose, if we did everything we could and we left it all on the floor, I'm good. And I'm good. These kids were absolutely fantastic today. And just their will to win, refusing to have the alternative. It's just not common, y'all. Not in today's world. I don't care how old you are. And boy, everybody in that arena, you could see a flame in them that's just not real common. And they played their absolute heart out. So giving God the glory for, I think, number 25, maybe? Is that right, Danny? 25. And now it's a chance for, now you have a chance to play for a championship. And that's what we're about at Texas. That's why we're at the University of Texas. There's opportunities during the course of a season to play for championships, and at the end of the day, that's what we're about at Texas. And they're going to have a chance tomorrow. We've got a formidable opponent, the one that we're really familiar with. But these kids they'll be ready. And you won't be able to question what's inside their breastplate, because I think you found out tonight what they have. And, again, I couldn't be more proud of them. They're just tough, boy. And as a coach, that's all you want. That's all you want is just tough kids.
Okay, questions for our student athletes or coach? And if you're going to ask a student athlete question, please be sure that you identify, and if you want both of them, in the order that you want them to ask, please.
Vic, you were careful with your words earlier this week, but you made sure to say that you didn't think there were 10 players in this league who could do what Rory does offensively and defensively, both sides of the court. Do you think she proved that? And then, Rory, to follow that up, were you frustrated or annoyed with the all-conference awards?
Well, I'll answer that one for her. I don't think she's frustrated or annoyed with it. I think she's a humble kid and trying to find her way. I think, again, I'll stand by what I said earlier in the week. You give me 10, you get the other 9 coaches in the room and go, hey, you get to pick 10 kids. I'm going to tell you that she's going to be in that 10. I'll just go out on a limb and say it. So I don't think it's a matter of proving anything. I mean, all those kids warrant it. They all deserve it, and we're good with that. But, again, when you're talking about the 10 best players in the Big 12 Conference, based on both ends of the floor, Danny, this ain't just an offense. We don't have offense and then take them out, and now we got a defensive team in there. You got to play both ends. I bet if you go ask everybody that she guards in the league, hey, what do you think about Rory Harmon? I bet they get her vote on that end, because they don't like going against her. It's probably like going to the dentist. So I think she's a humble kid. She appreciates the 4 awards she got, but again, I think she's one of the 10 best players in our conference, and I'm going to tell you this, she needs to be considered again for any kind of national award for freshmen because she's that dang good. I mean, you saw her today. She's done it all year on both ends of the floor. She don't take no plays off. She did you come out of the game today?
No. I don't think
That's about normal.
Okay, we got a question in the second row now.
Chip Brown with Horns 24/7. Rory, can you talk about the back-to-back three-pointers to start overtime? What kind of message you wanted to send there, and then hitting all the free throws, and then for Joanne, seeing Rory hit the back-to-back threes to start overtime and hitting the free throws down the stretch and just seeming to have an answer.
Well, when it comes down to games like that and it's that close in overtime, you want to make every shot that you take. My teammates have so much confidence in me, and nobody's energy our energy is uncomparable. It's unmatched. And when you have that type of energy, you feel like you can do anything on the court. So.
Yeah, I'll just follow up by that. Like, when I saw her hit the first one, I was just elated because I knew the second one was going to go in whenever she shot it. Just a feeling of just comfort. Like, it's you can't even describe it. Like, when your teammates are just hitting on all cylinders, like, it just makes you want to just play your best basketball for them. So, yeah.
We got a question on the front.
Vic, you seemed very comfortable rolling with Joe, Rory, Deanna, Lauren, and Aaliyah in the fourth quarter and overtime. What was kind of working with that lineup that you liked, that you wanted to pretty much keep them out for that entire time?
Yeah, I thought, first of all, at halftime, I really challenged Lauren. She was 0 for 1. I challenged the whole team. It's not just Lauren's fault. We weren't throwing her the ball. And then Deanna didn't play well the first half. And I thought Deanna Gaston, she had a double-double. I thought she answered the bell. And, again, she's guarding the other team's best player. But I thought Deanna and Lauren had some good chemistry working when we started going inside to Lauren. And, again, I thought, Lauren's gotten so much better. She's shooting the ball better than anybody on our team over the last 6-7 games when you look at those stats. So that combination, I wasn't impressed with our other combinations at the end of the second quarter. So that combination's kind of what we went with. I mean, Joe, I've gone with her all year long, and I just have a lot of confidence in her. She was, she made some big threes for us, plays really hard. She's just solid. Like, I know what I'm going to get with her. And so Aaliyah sometimes gets herself in a spot where she tries too hard, but if you can ever just get her to let the game come to her, like, she made a great decision toward the end of regulation. We got the ball to Lauren. It was just a tough shot, a real contested shot, but that was the play. She made a great pass, great decision. Then she made a tough shot, I think, in overtime, didn't she, on a drive? She made a really tough shot on a drive. And again, if you need anybody to make a tough shot, she can make one. And so those are the kids, that I wanted to go with. When it got down to crunch time, we were switching all screens. I pulled Lauren out and put Audrey in, and we had Shay in. But for the most part, that was a lineup that was good, and I thought they had good chemistry. I thought defensively we were pretty good, and I thought offensively we were dang good.
Got a question on the second row?
Chip Brown with Horns 24/7. For Rory and Joe, what's it going to take to beat Baylor and, get one over them this year?
Limiting our mental lapses is probably the first thing that we need. And I would say today with Iowa State, we did focus on taking care of the ball. I mean, they're not all up in our grill and playing really hard defense. So Coach Tabor said there's no reason why we should be giving them the ball. But if we start with that and execute the plan that they have prepared for us, then we'll be good.
Yeah, listening to the scout, That's all I'm focused on, just preparing. That's it.
Question on the front.
Either Joe or Rory for this. I'm kind of wondering, did those games you guys played earlier this season at Tennessee, at A&M, in Ames, did that help at all with this crowd? And there was a swath of Texas fans, but this was a very Cyclone-heavy crowd today. Did that experience help you all with today?
I'll just say everything we've been through has prepared us for today, to win today's game. I mean, we've played in tough arenas, so I think today it didn't faze us. Like, we're used to kind of being in a crowd where they're cheering for the other team, so I thought we handled it well. So
It's usually everybody against Texas anyway. So, and I mean, it really doesn't matter what's outside the court. We stayed within the team and we got through it together.
This team's been really good all year at being locked in on the road. I mean, every game we've been on the road, we've had really good focus, and I felt good about today. I mean, I knew it was going to be a heavy crowd with Iowa State, and it certainly was that. But that's not that's not going to beat us. Crowds aren't going to beat us, and I think our kids. But this group has embraced us against everybody. They have embraced it because it's the life we live every day. So you either embrace it or you crumble, and this group has really embraced it.
Chip Brown, Horns 24/7. Vic, Baylor, they're big, obviously, inside. They beat you up in the paint, points in the paint, rebounding. How, with Lauren playing well, Deanna playing well, especially in the second half today, how big is their role in the paint tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, you go against athleticism and quickness, and they got shooters out on the perimeter. I mean, they're a pretty complete team, and certainly our inside presence, you can't go small, very often against them because they're not small. They don't have anybody inside at 4 or 5 that's Audrey's size. And we've gone small, during the course of the year with Audrey. So Latasha, Amo, both are going to have to be ready to go because they're going to see the floor at some point. And, those kids are ready. And, again, you're going against a first-team All-American. You're going against another kid that plays like one on most nights, really aggressive players. And so we're going to have to be really good. We're going to have to be, we'll have to be special tomorrow. There's no question about it. But, I think our kids will, I think we know what's at stake. I think we know the opportunity that we have. These kids, they don't know what's happened the last however many. That doesn't matter. Like, I ain't been here but 2 years. So if we're talking about it in 10 years, I probably won't be here. But that doesn't matter. What matters is today and right now. And these kids will embrace that opportunity. We got to go play the number, 4 team in the country? So that's what we do. Get them on a neutral floor. We've already played them twice. We played pretty well at our place. Had a bad first quarter at their place, and then everything else was pretty good. So they're playing a lot better. You know what? So are we. So you know what? When we tip it up tomorrow, we'll go play.
I think that's a good place to stop, Coach.
All right.
Congratulations on the win.
All right. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.